Hello and welcome back to D&D with Dummies, Campaign 1, The Marked Ones. Henry, could you give us a bit of a recap?
Yeah, so the group finally made their way to Pahn. Upon arriving, they spent the day kind of just seeing the sights and stuff like that while waiting for Ironblood. During this time, they split up, where Celadrin and Zoldan did a bit of cat and mouse with Janice, who is supposedly in this area. Um, Xander and uh, John ended up creating one of the first raves, which was very, very popular. Uh, Tenacity went back to class, and her stupid students made her just love being a teacher so much. Um, and Zoldan decided to make psychoactive drinks, which pulled the Shadow Leader's attention. Uh, we begin this week where we left off last week, where Xander was sleeping underneath the tree. Celadrin has just finished off at the Oracles. Zoldan is. I don't remember where Zoldan is. Zoldan, where were you at?
Just
Do you
finished a
remember?
convo with Just finished a convo with
I
James.
just finished with Crimson and
Right, yep.
Hmm.
That's right. And Tenacity and John had just finished their little conversation together. Alright. We might start this week with Xander. Xander, as you go to sleep underneath the tree, you get lulled into a nice sleep. The smell of cinnamon and apples wafts through the air as you slowly drift into the lands of dreams. As you awake in a giant hall. There is a feast set for kings in the middle of a rectangular table that goes from one end to the other with hundreds of seats up and down. You notice that everyone's feasting and having a great time, and you feel at home. You feel very peaceful. You feel like this is kind of like where you belong. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll find an empty seat and kind of figure out what I'm doing here.
Too easy. As you take a seat, everyone beside you doesn't really take too much interest in you. They're kind of like doing their own thing. As they offer you some potatoes, they offer you some mead, they're just laughing and having a pretty good time. Looking at each and every one of their faces, you feel a bit strange. It feels as if you know these people.
Interesting.
As you continue to eat, you notice above you, up on the roof of these rafters, there are little clouds that inside these clouds are showing little videotapes of these big fights. You see one man tussling with a giant, you see a woman fighting multiple aberrations, you see another man fighting off against a giant dark shadow, and you see another one that is completely covered in black. As you're kind of watching these, you feel that sense of familiarity coming back again, of like, oh, I feel like I've been there, I feel like I've done that before. Um, as that is happening, Reese, to drop it on you a little bit, let's see how well you can ad-lib. Would you like to
boy.
play one of Xander's previous iterations?
Sure, I can do that. For context, what am I doing?
You're just having a bit of a chat with Xander at the moment about what he's doing and how he's getting along and stuff like that.
Oh.
Alright.
This is gonna be awkward.
Pulls a Riker, sits down in the chair. Alright. I hear you're called Xander now.
That's what I am. That's who I am. Who are you? As I'm a bit like standoffish, even though I kind of feel like this is home sort of thing.
My name is Yaros. I'm the fourth.
Fourth. What do you mean by that?
The fourth of you. The fourth in sequence.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. What was time like when you were around, I guess?
Well, Fiatend wasn't Fiatend for one. It was a bunch of wandering tribes.
They weren't a nation? That was just...
That happened a few years later, when another one of us united the tribes.
Interesting. Sorry, this is a bit surreal for me. I didn't really know I could talk to my past iterations.
Hasn't happened often for us either.
Yeah, right. Okay. So it's probably a little new for you guys too, huh?
Oh yeah. Though you're a bit bigger than we were. Though I think we've got a Typhoon to thank for that.
Yes, you can. We can all thank him. He gave me like these gauntlets and this hammer that I go to reach for and it's not there. I'm like, huh? Okay, didn't realize that wasn't here with me.
This is what I used when it was my turn. And he brings forward this jagged short sword on a chain.
Interesting. I have an axe similar to that.
Old habits.
Yes, I guess you can't really say old habits do die hard.
Now, time is moving quickly. It will be up to you to finish our goal.
And what is that goal at the end of it all?
You know in your heart. Finish the horseman.
I kind of look at you with like an assertive yet kind of still not fully understanding sort of look. Like I'm like, okay, I kind of get what you mean, but not really. I'll figure it out, I guess.
Alright. You'll remember in time. In fact, you can use our memories as needed. Oh, and say hello to Arlen's wife for me. And he vanishes.
As he vanishes, you notice that this person next to him vanishes, and the person next to him vanishes, until it goes all the way around the table, and you feel yourself falling backwards and landing awake on the tree that you fell asleep on.
I awake, still tired, because the brain strain was real, you know?
Yeah. You feel your scar, even though healed, still has that tang of cold to it. As you sit there, as the alcohol from the apple is worn off.
Okie dokie. Feel a bit of pain in that wound.
We may now go to Zoldan and Crimson. After your chat with Janice, and you're kind of left there pondering the conversation and how kind of weird and abrupt it was, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I didn't hear that at all.
Sorry, that's okay. It's because my voice is nice and hoarse today. Crimson and Zoldan are gonna have a little bit of a quick chat.
To me.
No, to each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Well, Baldy. So Baldy, what was the outcome? I'll walk over to him as I call out.
Basically, what ended up happening was a mutual agreement to do no intentional harm towards the other. And I basically said that I would relay it to the group, but I wouldn't promise their actions. We only ask that you don't make any intentions towards him either.
I mean, I guess so. And here's the
Fair enough.
scribe. If we were to fuck with him too much, we'd probably have our asses beaten before we knew what to do with ourselves.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well,
Anyway,
I don't know
Go
about
on.
you, but I wouldn't mind getting some training in, given it's still fairly early in the morning. Would you be keen to join?
I've done my bit of training already this morning, but I wouldn't say no to a bit of extra. Always got to keep sharp, as they say.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh. DM, is it possible that we could head to some form of, I don't know, area for that?
Yeah,
Is there-
Reese, could you pull up the one with the crystal on it?
The one with the crystal. One sec.
Yeah, it's the dirty one.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, this one.
Yep.
You'll be
I'm in the middle of building a meme. Yes, that one. Perfect. As you kind of take him to one of the areas where you normally practice Crimson, it's a kind of lowered down area with a big rock in the center where people either practice their fighting techniques against the rock or they fight each other in the area because it provides quite a few areas of cover and stuff like that, so it works for multiple types of fighters. You are ready to kind of like walk through it and kind of practice with each other when you're ready.
Alright, Baldy.
You are.
Clenched in fist. Do the knuckle. Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
We'll go with gentleman's agreement or as fast as you rushes forward.
I'm happy. I don't mind. Did you want to rush?
Just roll for it. Let's see how we go.
D20?
Hit that rolling for initiative, DM.
You can roll for initiative if you want to.
I'm probably not beating that. Natural 20 for 24.
Natural 20
What
for
was
25,
that about
my
not
brother.
beating? Really? For reals? For reals you right
Yeah,
now?
for real. I'll get a photo. I'll get a photo. For real. I got a +5 to initiative.
That is wild. Both nat 20s.
On chat.
That's wild.
There it is.
I guess you're making first move.
Yeah. So there it is. Sorry, I was just sending it to chat. Yeah, I'll take first. First hit then.
Sure thing,
Dashing towards Zoldan. And yeah, we'll go light and easy. Up and I'm just gonna take a couple of hits at him. Might go too hard to begin with. First unarmed strike, first attack will be 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
Second attack will be 18 to hit.
I'm gonna choose shield. My cloak allows me to use that.
Alrighty. No. No worries whatsoever. Yeah, I said I'll go easy on them first. I'll go easy on the first. I'll pass it to you.
Cool beans. I will fix that. I'll fix that up shortly. Well, given we're there and I believe we're trying to use movement, I'm going to use my echo ability to spawn behind him, but 5 foot backwards. Then I would like to proceed to just do some unarmed strikes from that point. I will have advantage on that because I'm flanking. That's an 18 to hit.
19 armor class, so it doesn't hit.
Cool beanies. Let's try again. 25. Will that hit you?
25 will hit.
This will be 23 damage.
23 damage. Groovy.
And then I'm going to. Is that a bonus action you do that? No, I'm wondering. Reaction.
You've already bonus action for.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
That's why he's stopping, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. That's okay. I'll just move my echo because I put one 5 foot behind. I'll just move it backwards. Let's go 10 foot. I don't know where the echo is, but I'm going to keep my character where he is, and we'll leave it at that.
That's okay. If you would like to draw a little circle for where it is at the moment, that would work perfectly.
Sure thing. There. Raw
To
two.
create your echo, you can just copy and paste your character token. That's how I do it.
Control C, Control V, baby.
That's the
Okay.
one.
Go. Control C,
Proceed.
Control V. It's not doing anything on my end.
Right click your character token. You should be able to copy and then paste.
I got ping, undo, redo, character sheet, add turn, advanced transform, or delete.
Strange. Alright, where do you want him?
Could I
Just
go?
over here, please.
Yeah, about there.
Oh, it's right here.
Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Thank you. That'll be my turn.
Alright. Too easy, too easy, too easy. With that being the case, I'm going to use... I'm just going to summon my astrals. My astral self, I'll sacrifice 2 key points to unlock everything, and I'm going to just go arms the astral self summon, which everything within 10 feet of me. So that's not including the echo, I don't believe. Just checking this radius of me. Yep, cool.
My copy should be
Yeah, that's
out
it
of
is.
that.
But could you please make me a dexterity saving throw, Zoldan? You gotta meet. You gotta
that one.
beat a 17.
Nat 1.
Oh no.
So that's flat because evasion is half, regardless whether I fail or not.
That's all good. Well,
Evasion
it's
is
only
no
three-
damage if you succeed. If you fail, it's half damage.
Yeah, and I failed with a nat 1, so it's just flat damage. Would that be correct?
Does
'Cause we
I thought it
unregenerate
was
bloody-
something else that made it so. Just
Yeah.
read the ability out.
When subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed, and only half if you fail. Don't benefit if you have the incapacitated position. So,
And because we're doubling damage on nat ones, you take regular.
that's what I thought was the case.
Cool.
How much damage am I taking, Chief?
That would be 11 points of force damage.
11, putting me at that much.
With my arms out ready to rock and roll, that was my bonus action. I am going to, come in for a couple of strikes. Mind you, my damage is force damage for the minute.
Cool.
Alright, first one. Whoop. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. And that is 7 plus a d8 of extra force damage, which is... So that's 14 force damage total.
Uh-huh.
Alright, second attack. I believe that's a natural 20 for 30 to hit.
Whatever the damage is, I'm definitely deflecting attack on this.
Well, it's only 20, it's 15 points of damage. Crit.
So, deflect attack is reduces it to 0 because it's 1d10 plus 14.
Groovy.
Can I redirect the attack at you, Chief? You gotta make a dex throw.
Dex save? What am I hitting?
Dex saving throw. You just have to beat a. Where is it? It's up. A DC 14.
Okay, I just got a 15.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Succeed or take, so no damage.
Yep, sweet. And then after that, I'm a pass the turn.
Well, I'm gonna move my Echo here because it can make a melee attack from there. And then I'm going to attempt to hit you with some unarmed strikes. Just
Groovy.
imagine the copy is basically using the rocks around you to try and hit you. I can't see the dice is on it. The dice is still on it. God damn it. That's a 18, so that misses.
Mhm.
Let's try again. That's a 28.
Groovy.
This one and this one. That's a 22 damage. I'll flurry this one. That misses. I've been really unlucky with that. 24
Okie dokie.
is those. 9 and
That's
6
funny.
is 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna deflect attack.
Cool. I'm assuming 0 on
Yeah.
that one.
Yes, sir.
I will make a dex save. That's a
Oh,
17.
I'm not
Oh, no.
burning. I'm not burning my points for that
Cool.
now. So don't worry.
Oh, good. I'll just move my copy back and that'll be me for 10.
Groovy. Time to wail on him.
Uh-oh.
Time wail on him. That's
Just a
20 to hit.
reminder that you're meant to be moving a lot too, because you're doing
Oh, we
moving
moving?
practice as well. Yeah, try and
Oh,
move
my apologies.
around a bit.
Well, I'm a move. Whoop. I'm a hit and run techniques. I have 10 feet of move. 10 feet. I'm a move up here.
I'll
That's
choose
me.
not to.
Yep.
The attack or whatever.
Agree. I must take a smack for 20 to hit. Because I have range.
Yes, sir.
That is 15 points of false damage.
Ow.
Might as well chuck the d8 onto that for an extra 8, so that is 23 points of false damage. Keeping with within that range. Cool. Keeping within the range of that, I'm gonna quick pull, squish, up onto the rocks. Get the high ground. Launch another astral fist at you. It just looks like a massive fist just rolling at your face. 17 to hit.
That does hit. I will be deflecting damage though.
Okie dokie. Whatever. Let's see what I roll. You should be able to deflect it all, but... Yep, 12.
Yeah.
You deflect. I will burn a key point as I am doing a bit of a run up and over the rock to make flurry of blows. I've got 3 extra attacks. First one. Oh, 13 will not hit, I don't believe.
No, it won't.
18 will hit though. Unless you
I'll
shield.
shield that one.
Groovy, groovy. And third and final. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that will be 11 points of force damage as Crimson's just doing a couple of flips, twists and turns over the rock and is now moved back down to this direction because he has 50 feet of movement, so he can do a lot of different things. So he's fully circled around you or out of your copy's range. And he just puts his hand up, gives you the old, come on. And I'll end the pass the turn.
Cool beans. Well, I'm
Make it
going to move my character next to you. I'm actually gonna bonus action flurry first. So let's attempt this one. Sorry, not advantage. I'll re-roll that one. That'll miss.
Yes, sir.
And a 12 will also miss. Wow, I'm rolling badly today.
It's a footwork.
I keep forgetting that that's a thing. I keep forgetting it's a bonus action because I want to teleport with the copy, but it's a bonus action to do that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. That's what. But I could end up basically doing the same thing, just not as a bonus. Because I get 2 attacks anyway. And that's all I've done. Do we want to errata that or just leave it as is?
Just leave it as is for now.
Cool. Well, I might disengage as an action. I'll bet a key point to get the dodge action as well. And just move. Done 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How far? I go 10 over there. So I've taken dodge and that movement. I will end my turn then.
Cool. Seeing that you're on the run, Crimson's going to do a bit of a sprint. Circle around, and since you are going a little bit distance, he's got to pull out a little bit of something he hasn't used before. I'm within range. I'm going to, using my bit of being in Fae for a while, being in Faerun for a while. You pick up a few things, and I'm going to hex you.
Any throw
So-
for avoiding it? Or just as is?
As is. I place a curse on the creature that I see within range, i.e. you. Till the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack roll. Also, you choose one ability. When I cast the spell, that target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. And I'm going to make that Let's go Constitution. And that's my action. And I'm going to use last little bit of movement to move up to the top. Up to the top, up here. Make you come to me. And I'll pass the turn.
Cool. How high up is the rock, DM?
It's about 15 feet up in the air.
Cool. Well, as my... Do I want to do this way? I might actually teleport with my copy first as my action. So I'm up here. And that's roughly there. I'm gonna have the copy move up. And try to hit him with the like rock formation crystals, whatever. That'll be the bonus. And now I'll try to do this. Go from there. 20, not natural, dirty. I'll assume that hits.
I'm feeling lucky. How about you re-roll that one, bud?
Okie dokie. Got better for a 27.
Good. Go for it.
That and that. That's an 18 damage roll.
18 damage.
Let's try again. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
For another 8 and 7 is 15.
15 damage.
That's action, bonus action. Because I'm too far away, this will kill itself. I'm too far away from the copy.
How close do you have to be to the copy?
I have to be within 30 foot.
You are within.
It's 15 foot up too, though. That's already half.
I mean,
Theorem.
if you want to run it like that, sure.
It's still like arguably correct. I don't know. Would you run it the other way or no?
For a casual fight, I'd run it the other way. And it's not like you guys have ever used it before, really. Like, you've never used Pythag in this before.
I mean, if you're okay with it, Steve.
I'm happy with it because it keeps it fair, like,
Yeah.
up to Steve, but...
No diff to me.
Cool. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any way of copying that, which is really dumb.
Sorry, Reese, can you help us copy the token again, please? Oh, just press Control Z. You should be able to Control Z it.
There it is. My bad. That's still weird. I can't copy a token and do that at the same time. Anyway. That's me for that turn.
Groovy. I am going to use Misty Step and teleport behind you.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to wail on your butt. Because I can. $27 to hit.
That'll hit, unfortunately.
And I'm going to use Stunning Strike on this one as well.
I will also attempt to redirect attack this one as well.
Alright. Well, it's 13 points of force damage. And my Stunning Strike, its DC is 17.
And it was
Con.
Dex, yes? Or
No. Stunning Strike is 17 con. You also have
Ah.
disadvantage thanks to Hex.
yeah,
Hex
this
is
Dex.
checks, not saves.
Was it check? Oh, my apologies then.
That's only a 12. I am stunned, and that will basically end the fight there. Wait, well, you're going to be able to hit me with advantage now, so...
Yeah. I'm gonna take a hit. Because I can. Sorry, Zoldan.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Let's see if you deal 11 damage.
10. Plus the d8, my d8 from my arms. And there it is, 14
that'll do
force.
it. Cool.
And I'll just like
Excellent
do
murder.
the fist into the ground.
Yes, sir.
All non-lethal, so he's just stunned at the end.
Fair enough.
Alright. As you guys are kind of finishing up your training, we might go over to our next group of individuals. Let's start off with Celadrin. Celadrin, you've just finished off in the Oracle Hut and you've come out. Could we go back over to the normal map page again, please, Reese? Sorry. So you've just come out of the Oracle's one. It's down the bottom here and this orange one down here. Where would you like to go from there?
Sorry, I'm at the bottom, the yellow dot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have no idea where my group is, right?
Yeah, they've kind of all split up, like, you kind of split up from them and they've split up from you as well.
Yeah, but okay, yeah.
You know that the places they're most likely to be are at either the beer garden, the inn that you guys are at, and maybe on a bit of a walk around. So you might be able to see them somewhere else.
I think he's gonna just have a walk around, maybe look around, and head like in the direction of the beer garden, just to see if he can find someone of his group.
Yeah, too easy. So could you just draw for me the direction in which you take?
Yeah. Let me get the paintbrush out. What's the clearing in the middle here again?
That's like an amphitheater.
Ah, okay. So I think he's gonna like walk around this way and then into the beer garden like that. Something like
Cool. Yeah. So as you come out of Veiled Vendors, across the way you notice a few gnomes getting ready and a bit of an old person, threading some clothes and using some magic on the clothing that they're working on. You walk past another restaurant-like place on your left here, and you
Okay.
pass the orphanage in which Zoldan slept at last night. From everything else, you've already kind of seen these places. There's the flower shop, the library, and stuff like that, and you easily make your way back to the beer garden, where at the moment no one is currently sitting at, as far as I remember. Unless John made his way there after his discussion with Tenacity.
y- I mean, yeah, probably. Actually, he'd probably
You don't
more
have to
just
if
be
you don't want
wandering. He'd probably more
Just
just be
wandering around?
wandering
Yeah.
around.
Too easy. So when you reach the beer garden, you don't see anyone there that you kind of recognize, but it does seem to be fairly, busy at the moment. It might just be that you can't necessarily see them through the crowd. But you think that they've probably gone along and done a few other things with their days.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna sit there and chill for a bit then, just
Yeah.
wait for others to show up.
Have you got your book on your person?
Yes, no. I think I left it at the inn.
You could always go and do that for the next little bit as well, and that would be the last bit that you kind of have to get
No,
through
you know
for
what?
that.
That's smart. I think so, like remembering he has a book. He's gonna head back and then go finish reading his book.
Yeah, too easy. As you do that, you kind of come in and you notice that the person in the bed closest to the door seems to have left for the day. They've left a few things in their bed, but there doesn't seem to be anything of note. There's a book in parchment right next to the pillow. The staff is still there, sitting on the floor, and it seems that the person's shoes are still there, as if they've left their shoes there for the day. As you start to
Okay.
read through the book, you notice the changes in your body are finally kind of finished off. You can add to whichever of those stat points you would like to the increase of the 3 physical.
Yeah.
Too
Okay.
easy. The reading goes by rather quickly. You kind of picked up how to read this book, even though it feels as if you're reading with dyslexia. It does eventually kind of come to you, and you feel that increase. And you notice by the time you're finished, it's almost the end of the day. With that, even though that was quite short, sorry. We might go to tenacity.
Sorry, how many points was that again?
I'll message you.
Okay, thank you.
I am tenacity.
Hi, tenacity.
What's up?
There's a meme there to be said. I am tenacity. Tenacity is my name. Whatever it is.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Um. As John kind of leaves your classroom and your students have finally stopped annoying you, you sit down at your desk and you start working on some papers and stuff like that. It seems fairly simple for your day, but you do have that weird sense of adventure. You know, you normally don't get out of your room that much, and even though the dangers of Fairwind are pretty big, you're starting to feel like, there's a real shot at this, you know? Like, there's finally, like, an opportunity for me to get some knowledge or for some information and stuff like that. As you're kind of going along, you hear about some issues coming down the hallway. You hear yelling and shouting and screaming, and you see one of your students come up to the door and go bang, bang, bang. Like, Miss Tenacity, Miss Tenacity! We summoned an elemental in the courtyard! We need help!
Fuck's sake.
As you're kind of going through, you notice that it's not in your courtyard. It's not in the Logos area. It's not in the Magos area either, where it's kind of like where you, Logos, where you hang out. It seems to be in the Magos area. Could you bring us over to the flower field map, please, Reese? Awesome. And I'll just do a little bit of a quick chat with Clarabelle. Clarabelle, you were just having a very nice dream. Such a nice dream. And then, for some reason, you feel something weird pressing against your body. But you're like, nah, couldn't be anything important, you know, couldn't be anything important, you know, not to worry about. And you continue to have your wonderful dream of flowers and butterflies. And then you feel an even stranger presence kind of entering into your dreamscape. It feels as if someone's interfering with your dreams. And as you wake up, you notice a bunch of students around you with their hands in a circle and chanting. Could you put yourself on the map for me, please? And I just realized I don't have a token for that thing, so I need to find a token that can be used.
Alright, putting myself on the map.
Don't care. What can be used? You know what? We might just use my friend here for now. Have you still got? Oh, actually, I can use this one.
I've got a few elemental things. What do you want?
Yeah, just like a plant elemental that looks a little bit dead.
Oh yeah,
Not super, just a little dead.
give me a minute.
And I might send this one to
Bam.
Easty.
Is that good?
Perfect.
That size or bigger, smaller? What do you want?
That'll be perfect.
Oh, I remember that guy.
As Tenacity, you run in and you notice that your students are using Clarabelle as an arcane focus.
Sorry?
Of course they are.
Let's go.
Doing
Uh,
what?
You notice an elemental getting ripped out of the ground. You notice at first that it doesn't
no.
seem to be one of Lobad's either. This seems to be something from a different plane. Your students have been fucking with things they shouldn't know how to fuck with, and shouldn't have the ability to fuck with. Could you also add tenacity to this map, please? Clarabelle? Yeah, that's the perfect reaction. Would you like to run this Easty, or would you like me to run this one?
If I was just trying to get it to open.
That's okay. I can send you the creature name if you want to. It's called a Gloomwood.
Glenwood, right? Because you sent me the link for the encounter builder, and it's just taking me to
to yours. That's
Yeah.
weird. It always sends everyone else to the other ones. Maybe they've fixed it. Huh. Strange.
Or maybe my thing's just being weird.
Surely not.
Oh, yep, I got it.
Thank you. Clarabelle, as you kind of like wake up from your stupor and stand up, you notice the elementals right in front of you, and it seems to be a little bit agitated. Could we roll initiative, please?
I got a 14.
21.
Perfect.
5.
You're a little bit tired, Elemental. Someone's just pulled you out of somewhere you weren't meant to be pulled from. You're a little mad. Why is it not letting me change the number of players for my encounter? That's really frustrating. We might just do... Tenacity is A, and you got, what tenacity?
14.
14. We had a 5 for the Glenwood, and then... Flower, yours was a 21, right?
Yep.
Alright. Starting with you, Clarabelle, you've woken up to see this thing directly in front of you. It's covered in rotting wood and fungi, and it seems to be reaching towards you. What would you like to do?
Well, she's not very happy that she's been woken up from her important studies. So she's gonna rage. That's bonus action. Action, yeah. She's gonna walk up to it and very angrily start smacking it across the face with her staff. That would be a 25 to hit.
Alright, sorry. 25 hits.
Hiya!
So, Henry, are you tracking health for me, or?
Yeah, I can track health for you.
9 plus rage, which I think is 3. You know what?
Hell,
Second attack.
Okay.
Reckless.
And that's bludgeoning damage, right?
Yeah. Reckless foregoing advantage for brutal strike. Oh no, I should not have done that. That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
As you go to make your attack, you fall over on some of the spores that are now coming out of its body into the floor around it. Now that your face is down kind of close to the floor, you notice that the spores are spreading out around about 20 feet away from it. Could you also put an aura on my big boy, please, Reese? For 20 feet radius.
So that is difficult terrain. And if you end your turn there, you take some damage.
Bloomwood represent.
And yeah, I think that's your turn, right? There, Reese?
Yeah, no, I can't do anything else. So how much
Yeah,
damage do I
easy,
take
isn't
from that?
I will roll that. You will be taking 1 damage.
Huge.
Half
Poison.
to 1. That's
Oh,
crazy.
crazy.
Necrotic damage, though.
Alright, that's me.
10, you're up.
Okay. Oh, I can't move myself.
Why?
You are stupefied by how stupid your kids are.
That's
You also
why.
rage in annoyance.
Well, I'm gonna basically move up here.
There you go. You should be able to now.
Okay, cool. I'll go here. The first thing I want to do is cast slow on it. Yes, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
Basically,
save. What's
yeah.
this thing's wisdom? Oh, okay. So what's the DC?
18.
18. Okay.
Have to roll an 11 or above. You got this, I believe.
Oh,
It's so wise.
it's a natural 19.
Oh, okay. And then for my bonus action, I have keen mind, so I can use quick study, and I want to try to recall any information I know about, like what damage it does and its resistances or anything.
Cool. You don't seem to know much about this creature. It doesn't seem to be from Fairwind, and you don't seem to remember anything from Herodia about it either. But just looking at the amount of fungus on it and stuff like that, and having that interaction with some of Lobad's creatures around the place, you know that it's probably resistant to bludgeoning and piercing damage.
Okay, good to know, good to know. Cool. That will be my turn.
Right, Gloomy, you're up.
My turn. Well, I'm gonna start with Spore Stomp. So, plus 10 hit on Clarabelle for an 18 to hit Clarabelle.
18 will hit.
For 17 bludgeoning damage.
Cool, so 8 damage. Very nice.
And can you make a Constitution save?
Maybe.
Call me baby. Hey, that's how much copyright we can get away with.
Con save.
Yes.
28.
Oh. So you'll take half damage from this then. So you'll take 46 half down to 23 poison damage.
Jesus.
Yes. And that will be my turn because that doesn't work with the multi. That's not included in the wording of the multi attack. So
Yeah.
So
Back
my
up
goal?
to... Yep, Flower, you're up.
Well, I don't like that you just bonked me across the head. So I'm gonna do the same back at you.
that's rude.
It's a whole bonk city in here.
Hiya! That's the wrong dice to roll.
Hiya! Oh no.
17.
Meets it, beats it.
That is the AC.
Awesome. So yeah, take 14 bludgeoning damage. And guess what?
What?
Second attack, natural 20. Okay. On top of my natural 20, I'm gonna put in my True Strike ability for an extra 2d6 damage. So it's 2d8 plus 4 plus 2d6. Okay, so 12 bludgeoning plus an extra 6 plus 3. So 21 damage from my second hit. And you know what? Oh no, I should have said it before. Never mind, don't worry about it.
We are being fairly chill today if you wanna...
I was gonna say I should have said I was going to Brutal Strike, but I should have said that at time of roll, which I did not do.
Alright, yep. That's fine.
So I'm gonna just forego that for now. I'll do it next turn. Do I have any bonus actions? Nothing useful. Alright, that's my turn.
Tenacity, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Arcane Shell, which is a 30-foot radius. Actually, I'm gonna step forward, it follows me. And so that will mean that both me and Clarabelle will have its protective sphere, so she does some like intricate hand movements, her little runes, and we all have a +2 to our AC and resistance to force damage and any range attacks externally. That's not the problem. But if the hostile creature is within the ward, they have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Nice.
So because it's within it, it now has disadvantage. And yes, her runic things look like that. Anyway, it's an abjuration spell. That's cool. That means I can now create an arcane ward. And that's what I've done. So I have a little arcane ward.
A little wardy ward.
Yes. So that it can take damage. I think it's a bonus action. Can I use it? Please tell me.
Yeah, of course.
Just quickly as well, Clarabelle will take 5 necrotic damage for ending in my.
Oh, I don't think it's a
Aura.
bonus action. I think it's just it happens. It just says simultaneously.
Yeah, it should just happen because I've got that
Okay.
for my next PC.
Okay. I don't really have any bonus actions. That'll be all.
Too easy. Bloom, you're up.
Right, so I'm gonna roll to see if I get my Spore Stomp back. I do!
Nice.
Nice
would
throw.
It be smart would it be smart enough to move around so that tenacity is within the radius of...
With an int of 12, probably. Like,
Probably?
it's not super dumb. It's just kind of dumb.
Okay, well... Step over Clarabelle and so that the radius has both of them in it. Please. Because I can't grab the character token. Or the monster token.
Guess what? Now you can.
Wow.
It's just that
okay.
chill.
Gonna come around here. And I am going to do my ball stomp again because it's fun. So, and you said I disadvantage, Emily?
Yup.
So I'll do the first one. This is a 26. Second one is a 15. Does a 15 hit you, Clarabelle?
15 is my AC.
But you got a
So it
+2.
does.
Oh, never
have +2 at the
mind.
moment.
It does
Yeah.
not. Haha.
So, okay, so the bludgeoning doesn't hit you, but can I get both Clarabelle and Tenacity to make a Constitution save?
What if I don't wanna?
For 20,
Oh.
is 28 good?
Jesus.
Oh, natural 1. Why am I either nat 20 or nat 1ing today?
Okay, well,
It's just not your day. I'm sorry, bro.
So
Iris
Tenacity
Clarabelle.
makes it.
I'm probably gonna die
Clarabelle.
here.
Clarabelle does not.
I believe in you.
I actually rolled it about the same. So it's 42 damage is the roll.
Respectful.
Doubled to 84 for me.
Yeah, and halved to to 21
Oh
for
no, I'm
Tenacity.
on 10.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought this would be a fair fight.
Oh
That is
no.
completely my bad. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
No, it's
It's
fine.
so-
I rolled bad. That's just me.
Wait. Actually, can I just looked. How much damage was taken?
I took 84.
Okay, take 15 off that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right.
use your abjuration thing.
Yeah.
What? Let me just make a character sheet real quick.
Hell yeah.
Another one back.
You weren't too attached to Clarabelle, were you?
Not especially, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll let you have a special gift, Reese. Roll 66.
Roll 6d6, what?
roll 66. Drop the lowest each time.
Oh yeah.
I'm just that guy. Just that guy.
Crazy.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, sorry.
It would
It's
be
That'd be me
Uh,
then.
his first.
then
it'd be
Clarabelle,
you,
yeah,
yeah.
Flower's turn.
Cool. I don't like that you did that. So guess what I'm gonna do about it?
Well, you're already raging, so
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you.
that's rude.
Gonna hit you.
Hiya! 22. Foregoing foregoing advantage for brutal strike. You know what I
We're
mean?
going disadvantage. Wow.
Yeah, crazy. 22.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Awesome. Hiya! That is 11 bludgeoning damage, and we're gonna do a sundering blow. So the next attack roll made by anyone against you is +5 to the roll. And we're gonna true strike it as well, additional d6. Oh, it's only one.
That's that.
Cool. Second attack. Whatever I roll +5. 31.
I'm gonna say it hits.
Yeah, crazy. And
Yeah.
max damage for 15 damage. Because I brutal striked
Ouch.
and used a cantrip, I can't do either again, so that's my turn. I'm gonna step away to over here.
Well, since you're still in the radius, you're still
Well,
gonna
it's
take
difficult
that
terrain,
D10.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So I can't move
Yeah.
any further.
So you take 3
Oh
necrotic
no,
damage.
because it's I thought you had a thing to make it so if it was ever call it like in an environment where it's foresty and stuff like that that you didn't have disadvantage on it. Like,
Do I?
or was that someone else? Yeah, I thought you could move through plants and stuff.
I thought that was Hunter.
That was Hunter, yeah.
Maybe
Hunter, it
yeah,
just
okay.
straight up ignored difficult terrain.
Onto the goat.
Yeah, so you take 3 necrotic damage.
Oh, crazy.
My turn.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just quickly going
My
through and
turn.
making a quick character sheet. So if someone needs to step in, you have someone step in.
Tenacity just starts fucking vibrating and then it erupts. Can it please make
That's what she
a
Yo.
dex saving throw 18?
Dex save. Ooh, -1. Okay. Oh, I rolled a nat 18. It's a -1, so
Amazing. I'm doing this at 7th level.
Oh.
You'll also, it's all force damage, and you can't take reactions till the start of your next turn. Which doesn't. So, that's 9d8. 5, 6, 7, 9, 8, plus 5. So that's 49 damage. And then I am going to absolutely fucking get out of it. Misty Step. 30 feet, right?
yeah.
Yeah, 30 feet. To here. That's my turn.
Gloomy, you're up.
Alright, we'll do my roll to see if I get my... I do not get my stomp back. Alright, well... Can I see where Tenacity's gone?
Easty.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Can I see where Tenacity's gone? Or...
It's kind of like an indent in the floor. The guardrail's only up a little bit. Let me just check your senses real quick.
Dark vision 60 feet.
You roll a perception check at disadvantage. You have a +7, so it should be fine. But
Yeah. Perception.
Thomas
14.
roll. No.
Not one.
you can see her. Yes.
Yes, okay. I will use fungal fling to try hit tenacity.
What type of damage is that?
It will be bludgeoning and necrotic. Don't worry, I only got a 12 to hit.
Oh, that will not hit.
And then I will go over here to Clarabelle
Watch it.
and slam. Her
Why would you slam poor Clarabelle?
for a 19 to hit.
Yep.
So... 14 bludgeoning.
I'll reduce the whole thing for the bludgeoning. No, wait, no, is there more damage?
Yeah, there is more.
You take half from bludgeoning, right? Clarabelle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take
I
the
am
other one.
raging. So 7 bludgeoning. Yep.
And 5 necrotic.
I will take the necrotic for you.
And
Thank you.
are you a medium or smaller creature?
Yes.
You are now grappled.
What if I don't wanna?
Well, on your turn, you get to spend your action to try get out of it.
It's
And
fine.
you're considered restrained.
Grappled and
that will-
restrained. Oh.
That will end my turn.
Cool. Guess what? I can still attack even though I'm restrained. So I'm gonna reckless for a flat roll.
I believe in you. You got this.
21 to hit.
Oh jeez.
That hits.
That is 14 damage plus True Strike for an additional d6 for another 3.
Nice. You've been keeping track of this damage, haven't you, Henry?
I have until right now. Can you just... How much damage, sorry?
17.
Okay.
Second
Fine.
attack, same thing again. 23 to hit.
Could I...
That hits.
Real quick, sorry, Tenacity, could you tell me how much damage you did last round as well with your eruption thing?
49.
49, okay. Oh, you guys don't need help. It's on 36 HP.
It's
I was
on
concerned.
31 now.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Dad.
I was actually concerned. I was like, oh no, I need to put a healer in. And then it rolled a 4 and it's an initiative. I was like,
Yeah, no, it was just that one that fucked me. I'm good.
Alright. Too easy. Tenacity, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to use... Sure, I haven't used this yet. Yes. Wait, yes. Yes, okay, I'm gonna do it in a point so it doesn't get Clarabelle. But basically, a synaptic static. Can I make an intelligence save of 18, please?
After all, it's 17 or higher.
It can try.
It'll do its best.
17 for an 18.
Okay. They're half damaged. So it will be... Wow, that was shit. That'll be 8. Fuck me, bro! What?
Hey, it's on 23 HP, bro. You're good.
Also, I forgot to do the end of turn damage for tenacity.
And me.
I'm not in the circle anymore.
Oh, not for tenacity, from Clarabelle.
Sorry about yeah.
That's 4.
Crazy.
I'll take that too.
Okay. Thanks.
that's not right. Bonus action. Do I have any fucking bonus action? What does that do? Well, I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try to use Dispel Magic on the thing to get rid of its circle thing. Is it a spell level 3 or lower?
It's a natural trait, so you would also be aware it's coming from it, like it's growing out from it, so it's not necessarily magical in that regard.
Lame. Okay. My turn's done. But I am going to scream at Clarabelle. I'm like, freaking get out of there!
I'm good.
Oh, God.
I have my good berries, I'm good.
I got snacks.
Right, so it's Gloomwood's turn again.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll to see if I get my stomp back. I do not. So I guess I would have advantage to hit Clarabelle now.
Yeah.
She's grappled? Yeah.
And because I
It would be
recklessed.
regular because you're in the circle, my circle.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
No,
That is
it would still be
nat-
advantage because I recklessed.
Right, okay.
Well, if it was flat, it was going to be a natural 1, so...
I
Now
will be
it's,
fair.
29 to hit.
Yep.
For 11 bludgeoning.
Cool. 5.
I'll take that.
No, I got it.
6 necrotic. And 6 necrotic.
Yeah, I'll just be on 4. That's fine.
I'll take the 6 necrotic.
Okay.
And then I will...
Let it take something, because there's multi-attack.
It's not even me taking damage. It's literally my, like, shell around me.
That's a 28 to hit on tenacity.
28?
Oh, actually, no, sorry, I gotta roll again because it's disadvantage.
Wait, how are you hitting
Oh.
tenacity? What?
It's 13 to hit. I was doing...
Yeah,
Because it's got a
absolutely not.
ranged attack as well. So
Oh,
just, like,
cool.
splitting it up.
That will not hit me. You need a 20.
It's got plus 10 as its modifiers to hit.
That's pretty gross.
Yep,
That's
no,
why I put the really tanky wizard and the really good at fighting in front of things wizards against it, because I was like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't
That'll
worry
be
about me,
good.
bro.
No, on that day.
Hey, he
I
rolled a
don't
nat
roll that.
1. It's...
Yeah, genuinely, I'm good. Don't worry
Yeah.
about me.
You're up, Clarabelle.
Cool. I think you know what I'm doing. Wacky, wacky. With
Anything wacky.
reckless to hit it. So 22.
That hits.
Awesome. That is 11 damage plus d6 for True Strike. For an additional 5, that's 16 damage total. Second attack. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Oh wait, I've just been realizing. When I was brutal striking, I forgot the d10 additional damage. That's fine.
You can do it in this one.
Yeah, there you go. There's 10 plus a d10. That's 2.
Plus rage,
So 15.
15, bludgeoning down to 7. Right. Now tenacity. Let's roll that. Let's roll the necrotic damage first. Let's roll, because if he rolls 10 necrotic damage,
Yeah. 2.
Yeah, I'm fine.
tenacity, you just have to do 8 damage. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do magic missile. Let's do it. Number 1. 5.
Okay, it is on 3 HP. I believe in
Number
you.
2. 3.
Yay!
And the last one,
Third one.
Clarabelle, may as well.
She'll throw the third one in the air and
What?
have it explode as a firework.
It's
And then
down.
she's gonna
Yippee.
turn to her students, and she's going to say, "Who did this?"
They're all gone. They ran straight off the bat.
really? None of them stayed
Yeah.
to watch.
No, they're terrified.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
They
find
should be.
them.
Can I come with you?
I'm just gonna.
Yes, you may.
You see Serial coming down. Serial's the head of this school, and she's also one of the elves on the board. She's the Eldrin, who was hanging around Xander the other day, and she's like, "Ah, hey there, lovelies. How are you going?"
Great. I'll be even better in a minute.
I'm
Oh,
good.
that's wonderful to hear. You guys look like you're struggling. Here, have powered heal. She powered heals both of you.
Thanks.
Hey, I said I was prepared. I was prepared. Let me just see what it does again. Hey, do you guys know that big fellow?
You mean
The
that
new one
big
who you guys
human
bought
guy?
from me. Yeah, he seems really familiar.
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about him?
Go for it.
Kablam.
Can
25.
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about her?
Cool. Actually, we're just gonna math heal for 700 hit point.
Oh Jesus.
Have 700 hit points. She's only level 17. That's
So
crazy.
we back to full
She doesn't even have
health,
anything
okay.
cool. You're back to full health, yeah. Yeah, go for it. What history roll did you roll, Tenacity?
25.
25, and that was for Xander. That's a Reese question. When do us three want to hop down a secret chat for 1 second?
Okay. Hey.
Hey, babe.
Hello.
How's it going?
Tenacity
when
has
did-
read a lot of fucking books in the secret libraries.
You
and secret
have-
sections.
Read a lot of books. When did you leave? for a year.
It's been 32 years.
Okay, so you don't know him.
I don't know him, but you might have read something about like the whole thing with this Reeve.
This is why I pulled you down, Reese. What do you reckon?
Yeah, so what did you roll
Might have
again?
an inkling. 25.
25. Okay. You have heard tale of rather large humans throughout the years who have been seemingly amazing in combat prowess, mostly from the continent Fjertend to the north. That's all you really know. Nothing specifically about this one dude. You just have
Just an
heard,
inkling.
yeah, just random stuff.
Okay. Good for me.
Yeah, for you, Clarabelle, you know that. What did you want to know? Like
To see
anything
if
specific?
I had heard anything about her mention a previous partner in life.
Yeah, so you know that she's very flirty and she kind of does kind of talk to a few people. But Serial had like one really massive relationship years and years and years and years ago, where a human had come across into Fairwind to kind of have a look around for some things that they were meant to kill, and they got trapped here, right? And during that time, they fell in love. They did a whole like marriage thing, but obviously humans don't last very long here, so eventually died. So you know that, like, the only major relationship was that. So, but she could also know anyone. Like, she could have just known like a past version of. Hold up, I'm sick and I'm on drugs. Just Zyrtec for those at home. It could just be like. This could just be someone who's familiar to her, like she's seen other humans who look very similar, or it could be a. Just like a weird coincidence or whatever. Because you're the DM, I was intending on having this be one of Xander's past iterations who was married to them.
That's what I figured you were going for. I just wanted to confirm for
Yeah.
myself.
My brain was lost, I'm sorry. The Zyrtec's killing me.
No, you're good. So yeah,
So,
cool.
yeah,
Just wanted to check.
that's obviously the
But-
wife from before at the start of the session as well. If that's all good, like...
Yeah, that's cool. Not like Clarabelle would actually know that.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll head back.
All right. Head back yet.
We back.
So you will all die.
Understandable.
Have a nice day.
Fair enough.
Uh-oh.
Respect the hustle.
Tenacity, you find your students fairly quickly. Like, you come out of the giant tree conservatorium and you head over back to the rundown kind of building that's been slowly being repaired, which is where your office and all your stuff is. And they're all sitting there embarrassed as multiple heads of the college are ratting these students out. And you kind of get the feeling that, like, now's probably not the best time to intercept this one. Like, they're already getting, like, really in trouble from the heads of college. Get
Is
them
there-
later.
Is there
Kill them
any
later.
inkling of who was the one who was in charge of doing it?
Who was our best friend from last week?
He was like a kobold or something.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Um,
Yeah,
so
that guy.
she's gonna like really low key. It's definitely she's trying to hide it real bad. She's gonna banish him.
Oh.
Go for it. Let me find a kobold stat sheet.
It might not work.
I think they got like a 7 charisma or something.
Oh, just like me.
The whole thing just happens in front of all these mages. I'm a banisher guy.
I don't give a shit.
Just send him to detention. That's all it
I
is.
banish you to the Shadow Realm.
That's a 2. As this person just goes, everyone. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. The 3 elves that are currently talking to you will have passive perceptions and passive insights above 20. They know what's going on. They don't comment though.
They just went understandable.
I'm gonna have to write that for a thing for later. Heads of college. Thank tenacity. Cool. I'll prepare that
Also,
for later.
she is gonna hold on to it for that minute, so that where like this kobold goes back to their real plane.
Oh, so he's fully.
This kobold has been expelled.
Damn.
We can
That
talk
is
about
brutal.
that in a second. We might have a little interlude halfway through the session, just like last week. And we might have a chat during that period. If that's okay with everyone else as well, just for like snack times and stuff like that.
Poor little
Oops,
kobold.
Chief.
But yeah, that kind of concludes the first little conversation I was gonna have with you two specifically. So I've done Xandar, I've done Zoldan, I've done Clarabelle, I've done Tenacity, I've done Crimson, I've done Celadrin. John, could you roll me 3 performance checks, please?
Ooh, not my day. 17 for the first one.
Alright, you can add 17 copper,
31 for the second one.
31 iron or silver, I don't remember what the next one up
And
is,
30 for the last one.
and then 30 gold pieces. You've kind of just spent the day kind of like practicing and stuff like that, and people give you money as they're going around. It doesn't take like too long to get a bit of an audience, and you're just sitting in the melding pot, which is just the auditorium little area. You see a few other performers kind of mucking around as well, and you have a chat with them, but it seems that everyone's fairly peaceful. Everyone, you're a Eldrin, right?
Yes.
All of the elves love you. They're all paying heaps of attention to you. And it just seems like a good time. Any of the refugees kind of keep a little bit of an arm's reach away from you. They don't seem to enter your personal space either, but they do kind of give you some money and stuff as well. Now that you've kind of like been doing some performing and stuff like that, have you thought about anything else you'd like to do with your day, or you just chill to kind of have like a bit of a sit back and relax?
I'm just chill to have a sit back and relax.
Yeah, yeah. The sky above is, strangely enough, light blue. It seems as if it's the sky that matches what you've heard about Parodia. The breeze smells of bread and dim sims from the shack behind you at the Dim Sim Paradise, and all in all, it seems like a good day. nothing horrifying would be happening right now. Nothing at all terrifying is happening. No one's been beaten up. No one's had to deal with an earth elemental or anything like that. It's just like a nice day.
Yeah.
Do you know
know.
what? This is your first day without any problems in a while.
What? I mean, besides having my nose broken earlier, but
But aside from having your nose broken earlier, yeah,
Hey.
you can have a short rest to repair that nose now as well.
yep, thank you.
I kind of forgot about that. I would have made you roll your performance disadvantage because your nose is just. You sound as nasally as I do.
I'm just built different, man.
You just built different.
Power
Roll
through
a-
pain, you know, like
Roll a charisma saving throw.
charisma saving throw. That's a 27.
27. There are 2 girls, 3 guys, and a they them staying watching you. You've attracted some attention.
Ew.
That's right for friends at home. John's Fox. Too easy. As you guys kind of get to the middle of your days,
Of the session.
yeah, as you guys get to the middle of your days, you kind of decide, oh, it might be time to kind of find some food or anything like that. And you know all the food areas in the same area. We have the Ship Inn, Dim Sum Paradise, Hearth and Home, and Five Furies. If you guys wanted to go to a place to eat,
I'm going straight to that dim sum paradise, bro. That's where I'm headed.
I know that it might sound crazy.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing.
Doesn't.
Funnily enough, everyone rocks up at Dim Sum Paradise.
Magic.
Clarabelle, you dragged Tenacity along. You haven't allowed her to get away with it. All of Tenacity, all your professors told you to go get lunch and have a bit of a relax after your pretty busy morning. Xander, as you get to the door, a goblin goes, "No, no, not again! No, no!" They put their hands up and wave. They're trying to get you to not come through.
Come on, man. I'm hungry. I just want some food.
10 gold! 10 gold is what it'll cost you!
Yeah, right.
The kobold just sees you open up. Sorry, the goblin just sees you open up a bag of gold and just goes.
Here's a level for your trouble.
They quickly run inside, leaving the door completely unbarred. You can walk through if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going in. They can't stop me no more.
I realized man's got money. Oh, no.
I'll take your entire stock.
As you all sit down at a round table, eating your food and stuff like that, you kind of have a chance to talk about your mornings and your day and stuff like that.
Tenacity's just staring at John's nose.
Is John even there, or is he still?
John.
Oh, we're not all there?
I was saying that everyone decided to go there, but if people didn't want to go there, that's okay. You do have to eat, John.
Yeah, John. Be
We have
there,
to eat
John.
John?
I'm
Only-
there.
yeah.
There's so much peer pressuring for John right now.
The only reason I said they all went there was because Crimson took you guys there yesterday. You don't have to go there if you don't want to. There are a few other eating options as well.
Come on, John.
Oh, yeah, you'll be there.
Think of the round tables, okay? Think of the round tables.
Like I said, she's staring at his nose, with a bit of a grimace on her face.
It's been reset at this point, I would say.
She knows. Haha, she knows.
Oh no. Oh no.
That was a real knee slapper, that one.
Biggest of biggest.
Here's
Oh, no,
Xander,
no.
at his seat, just absolutely smashing food like there's no tomorrow.
He's just a hungry guy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolute black hole for food.
Jesus, Xander, what have you done to work up such an appetite?
Well, I went to go to sleep, and that didn't really work out and pan out as I planned. So I'm real hungry right now.
Because he's so tall and large, his metabolism would be way faster, meaning he needs probably about 3 times the amount of food any of us would need. Probably 5 times more than me.
I.
Makes
Mean.
decent sense. While I keep stuffing my.
I'm going to pretend like I understand that.
I mean, tenacity, I don't think you're too wrong on that front, but I mean, still though, grown lad like him. Obviously got a food on.
I don't want to know what he'd look like if he's, finished growing, if he's still growing.
All I think about is the poor mother.
For those of you at home who didn't realize, Xander actually popped out of the womb at this size and then he shrunk.
Oh, God.
Many tears were shed that day.
I gotta eat 10,000 calories a day to maintain muscle mass.
Yikes.
Just
Have
give it a look at
you
the
guys
goblin.
heard from your missing party members?
No.
Have we?
Has anyone tried?
I went
That's
for a
fair, I'll say
walk. I went for a walk around.
I mean, that's
Fine.
You walked around the compound that we would be alerted if they were here.
Probably. I don't know.
Sounds so aggressive with that one, tenacity.
This is just my voice.
This is how it sounds all the time. I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Perpetually disappointed. Oh no.
Well, wouldn't the
Yikes.
cleric, wouldn't she have some sort of sending spell? Has she reached out to any of you?
That I know of. Unless someone else has heard from her.
Well, I can say with full confidence I haven't heard from a cleric.
Well, that would make sense. She doesn't know you.
I suppose that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
does she really need to know somebody to send us? Then I thought that was like as long as you like had a rough idea of who, what, when, where. But remember, I'm not magic focused, so I don't know. I know the ins and outs of that weave.
It's a weave? I thought it was all dreams.
I just call it weave because some dude said that once because I bob and weave. They said I don't understand the magical weave. So I just go with that.
Fair enough.
Huh. Interesting.
As your
Well-
food kind of comes to the table, you guys are able to dig in and stuff like that. There's various foods, mostly dim sums and spring rolls and prawn crackers and stuff like that. Mostly like snackish foods, but there are like a lot of other foods as well. You notice that it's not very busy. You guys can talk a bit more freely if you wanted to as well.
Well,
Hmm.
tell us about this connection you have. I was with good old Baldy before, and you said you met Janice? Question mark. What's all that about? He said he had a message he wanted to pass along, but I ain't gotta steal his thunder.
So, yeah,
Janice.
I saw Janice in town earlier, and I basically said that I would do no intentional harm his way if he said the same thing. That being said, I didn't say anything about the rest of the group.
Who's a Janice?
Do you want better? What's a Janus?
Why a
One better.
Janice?
Who's a Janice?
Oh no. No.
Is Janice an ex-lover? Ex.
No,
You wish.
no.
No. He works for Alp.
Oh. Oh, is he the missing scribe that came back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. How do you guys know him?
When we
You-
tried to go here, the first place he came through a portal.
Oh, so he's an ex-party member. cool.
Oh, that's a bit awkward.
You guys have a really bad track record. Ugh.
You don't say.
The whole group seems to have like weird mojo. Yeah, you should probably, I don't know.
You should see a
Exorcist
cleric
them?
about that. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, you had one. Yeah. Too bad.
Oh god.
I'm gonna like, I'm just gonna like sit there and just be like, for fuck's sake, really.
To be fair, Fairwind is known for its interesting situations.
That's true.
I'm sure they're all fine. It's not like this place is just waiting for people to die.
Wait, we haven't told him about the. Oh, okay.
The ever going hunger.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
feeding.
No, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about things like
A
that.
lone cleric in a strange land will be completely unharmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it should be
I'm
fine.
really not appreciating the sarcasm.
What do you mean? It's
I
just her
wasn't
voice.
being sarcastic.
It's just her voice. What do you mean?
Xander, roll an insight into tenacity. Tenacity, you can roll this deception at disadvantage if you want to, for him to pick up.
Hold up, I'm agreeing with her. Would that just not be a flat roll?
No, sorry. No. Xander is looking at tenacity right now, being like, "Why are you being mean to someone who's probably dead?"
That's 22.
Well, I got a 10, so.
Okay, dude, this girl autistic. This girl don't know what sun or grass looks like. She stays inside all day.
Death is inevitable.
Comes for all of
All
us.
eventually.
I should lighten up a little bit.
I mean,
I thought it was open, open joking because, we waited, 5 minutes and then came here and then nothing's been done. I thought it was just like, yeah, she'll be whatever. Right?
Ruh-roh.
is she technically our problem?
Not
Just
I
much.
don't
as-
know.
Oh, I didn't think so. Armblood said he was okay with ones we brought
Any
back, so
wounds?
I don't think we were needing to go back looking. Unless we do have to go looking. Which then,
I'm not very
Uh,
good at looking for things. I lose things all the time.
I mean, I feel that. I do.
I guess I am somewhat interested in her safe-ish return because of her agreement with John.
What agreement, John?
The
What about that?
You guys
The-
don't know about. You didn't tell them about. You told me, but you didn't tell them.
I thought Cleric told him.
Why would-
I don't think Cleric
Whoa.
told them.
Controversy.
Based on their reaction.
Right.
Loud. I need more
Well-
prawn chips. There's controversy here.
Cleric and I made a deal that I would help you reunite with the friends that were missing, and your group would take me with you back to Perodia.
She's a tiefling, right?
Yes.
Ah, classic.
Well, pretty good.
Fantasy racism?
No, my best friend.
Tenaz-
My best friend is also tiefling, and I have a couple deals with him.
They,
Oh,
as the one tiefling at this
Forget
table,
you
it's-
Forget I said that.
no. I don't think I will.
I'm gonna stand up and go get a drink from the bar real quick. Be back in a minute.
Not that tiefling.
You win.
Hey, yo, what?
That took a long time, Jordan.
Yeah,
I ha-
well, like I'd pick up on something like that very quickly.
What are you talking about? Of course you do.
Going back to the whole deal thing, I am somewhat interested in her safe return because, John is going to return to the place where I may or may not be from. Yes.
Wait, you're telling. Oh, okay. You're not from here?
Duh.
I don't know.
know that.
My bad.
I'm in Pahn for the refugees of. Anyway, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Chill, Tenacity, just chill out. They haven't been here very long. Been here 32 years. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
just pop a drink next to
Return to
Tenacity.
my food.
You know, I think I actually, I have some papers to mark. A lot of paperwork. See you guys later.
Just dips.
she made awkward silence and was like, nope.
Time to leave. That's my cue. See you guys later.
Peace out, y'all. I made everyone uncomfortable. Now I'm going.
Tenacity, take a drink for the road. Take a drink for the road.
She takes 4 shots. And
Oh.
I will buy all 4 shots for her and give her a pat on the back. You did
Whoa, Tenacity! You're telling me not to have breakfast beers, but you're having lunch shots? What's the time, like 11:30?
I've had a day. Also, Crimson, I'm so sorry. I did not mean that we weren't friends. I have, you know.
Whoa, you said Crimson and you weren't friends?
No,
That's
I said my
fucked.
best friend of the tiefling, but then I said it wasn't that tiefling. I didn't mean it in like we weren't friends, Crimson.
Tenacity. Don't you worry. It's all good.
I mean,
know
you
what
do
you
kind of
mean.
forget about my existence half the time, but
Bro, you forget I ain't that smart. I go do my job. I wander around. I ain't
Like-
that smart. I forget shit all the
Yeah.
time, don't you worry.
Xander, who else is here? Zoldan, Clarabelle. You guys notice that Ironblood is creating a shovel with his magic. He's like, oh, like here, Tenacity, you dropped this down the hole. You were digging for yourself.
she kind of looks at him and scowls more than she already usually is. I would like to remind everyone I am an accomplished wizard who has spent many years studying, and I am not particularly well versed in friendship.
Wait, are we
That's-
friends? Oh, oh,
No,
cool.
no, no, no.
I thought I was definitely giving off like an employee / mentor vibe. That's my bad.
I barely see you as an employer. I just see you as like I have to.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna slide Tenacity another shot. Don't
Yeah,
worry, girl.
thank you, thank you.
Don't worry, girl. I got you. I know our friendship.
As she leaves, it all hits her like a freight train. All the alcohol at once.
I can hold my alcohol.
Oh,
I slide you another shot as I pat you on the shoulder. You did good. You did good.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
a
well.
horrible liar.
like, dude, you're currently
No.
holding your alcohol. We can see it. It's in your hands.
You know,
I-
you know
I-
what? You know what?
I just-
I am feeling completely unappreciated. I am going.
I'm appreciating you. What do you mean?
You are. I am absolutely out of here. And she's teleporting herself.
I'll come catch you later. Oh, okay, bye. I hand a shot to Ironblood. I mean, she's not got to drink it.
Like, someone's got to. It's not like I have to
Man.
pay for it either.
Should I roll
So-
because I had a little alcohol and I just tried to teleport myself?
Well, yeah, you're also rolling from, like, trying to teleport from, like, a demi-plane, so, like, it's...
Oh, but I have
Don't drink
linked
and
objects,
teleport.
right? I have permanent circles.
Yeah. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
19. I'm good.
19. You feel the need to vomit as soon as you reach your circle, but you absolutely just go, nah, I'm not vomiting today. I'm not having one more thing on my plate.
And then she's just gonna go and hit her head against the wall for a little bit.
Yeah, it's valid. I respect that. Like, sorry, Saladrin, are you with everyone at the moment, or are you still
I was under the understanding I was still at the inn.
Yeah, cool.
But
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Just double checking.
yeah, I hadn't heard anything else. So
Too easy. It's like, guys, where's Eye Patch?
I haven't seen him all morning.
Yeah, you guys like split up pretty quick. That was crazy. But yeah, no, like, just to let you guys know, like, I'm getting a cart ready for you guys and stuff like that. I'm getting some provisions ready for you. So you can start traveling off scene if you want to, but, like, feel A-okay to stay here as long as you want. Like, we're chill. Once again, we're having a caravan leave from here in, like, 3 weeks' time, so if you wanted to join them as well, you're more than happy to stay for another 2 weeks or so. Do some practicing, get some practice in, you know. I'm more than happy to spar as well. Like, I know I look pretty old, but, like, I'm actually still pretty good.
We'll talk it over as a group and hopefully get back to you soon.
It would be worth it. Oh man, Ironblood's pretty good.
I reckon so.
But yeah, like, I hope you guys are like having fun and stuff. I've heard from some of the elf councilmen that like you guys are getting yourselves into a little bit of trouble. Just make sure you're, not selling psychoactive drinks to people, and not doing anything overtly illegal unless you're an elf.
I don't
'Cause,
think I'm like that.
That's good to hear, man. Just like, obviously, we have areas for fighting if you want to fight with people. Like, I'm sure someone will be able to come and fight you. They may not want to fight you, Xander. I mean, sorry, what's your name again? Bone Crusher? Like, cause you're like way tall. You're like way tall. You're like way tall. He's just like staring at you, and he's just like, you can see this like short, like 5'5", 5'6" man, this Greek man, just looking at you like, you're tall.
Yeah, well, I am like fucking like 6'9", like near 7 foot or just over 7 foot. or
According to
something
your
like that.
character sheet, you're 6'5".
Oh, really? I thought I was taller than that.
I don't think you updated your character sheet though.
You haven't in
Oh,
a long time.
That makes sense.
Other's just tall.
I'm an absolute king.
But like, yeah, like if you guys need some like weapons or anything as well, come down to the smithing area. I'll give you a bit of a discount on iron weapons. Probably your best bet against most faith things here. Most of you don't seem to have like proper iron, and he starts like swinging some of your swords and stuff. These aren't like pure, like you need like pure iron. Or if you're really looking to get some payback out of it, you can mix it with silver, and you can have some iron and silver weapons, like hybrid.
I mean, I need to update my knuckles.
Yeah, like 100%. Come on through, like happy to give a discount.
Have I been paid yet?
You don't get paid, you get paid in free eating.
Yo, that's true. Thanks, boss man.
Of course. I mean, you also have a place to sleep, and like you can use any of the resources here under, reasonable standards. If you guys decide to stay at the areas where they pay for food, like here, obviously you're gonna have to pay, but like, eh.
Wait, Xander had to.
Yeah, look, here in Dim Sum Paradise, it's actually run by a couple of guys and girls that like, and theys and thems and all of that actually aren't here. Like, this is a demi-plane. Technically, the only part of the building that's connected to Pahn is the doorway. It's like, you have to pay here, because, like, this is the specialty. But if you just wanted, like, normal food, like a sandwich or something, you could probably just get it from the inn, or maybe from, like, the refugee areas, like...
Probably the fact that I eat so much too, like... it's just one of those things.
But yeah, like, too easy, guys. Just letting you up, giving you a bit of an update. You've only been here for a day and a half, and I already have the cart half prepared for you, so... Just let me know, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do, mate. Thank you.
He then
Alright.
leaves the store and gives you guys a bit of time to yourselves again.
I would try and catch him as he went past. Whether in front of the group or not, but I'd ask. Have you found out anything more about the council meeting there, boss man? You need any extra muscle or anything?
I mean, like, only the elves and I can kind of go through, so thanks for the offer, but you can't really help out too much anyway. It's meant to be on tomorrow, but they keep delaying it because, you know, people aren't here yet and they're waiting for a bunch of other things to happen. I mean, I think in the eyes of them, they're so pissed they even have to hold this meeting to get shit done. It's taken like 2,000 years for it to even happen. So, like, the elves are just trying to make it as painful for the Pedwar as it is for them. So, like,
That's
I mean, yeah, unofficial state and all that, but still we are part of like a delegation in their area, so any rules they make, if it contradicts with anything we've got, it may cause some fighting and stuff, and they don't want to fight us, we don't really want to fight them, you know. Happy living here, having our own little area.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. All good, just thought I'd check in.
Yeah, like too easy. Ready. Does finger guns, walks out backwards, falls over.
Sorry. Can't help but laugh.
He gets a bit of a smile and he just walks away. This time watching where he's walking.
Have a nice trip.
More. Bro.
How much psychic damage do we take from that?
Let me just check the let me just check my cool. Let's get down my 9th level spell slots. What do I got in here?
Oh,
Yeah, I guess shrapnel burst could do it. 9th level shrapnel burst, or
Yeah, I reckon.
Oh, and that's how the party died.
what's arcanomagnetic repulsion? Nah,
That's evil.
yeah.
they laughed at me. I'm a man child. They can't laugh at me.
Oh no.
Is this you speaking or the character?
Yes. Henry takes
pressure.
psychic damage.
Too easy. Alright, as you guys finish up at lunch and coming out, Celadrin, you had Granny come in and give you a sandwich. It was just a normal sandwich with lettuce, cheese, and pickles on it. It tasted alright, but it's nothing special. She didn't even care what you were doing, she just walked in, gave you the sandwich, and walked out.
Fair enough.
We now get to the afternoon period of the day. As we do that, Clarabelle, you end up going back to college with your studies being interrupted this morning. Tenacity, when you start marking your papers, the 3 heads of the school come in. Let me find their names again, because I am old. Zrill, Thalanir. It's a high elf, a Eladrin, and a pretty sure it's the wood elf. I think it's these 3. So it's Velisara, it's Thalanir, and it's Zrill. As they come in, they leave you a cake on your thing, and they go, "Hey, darling, just checking in after this morning. Just double checking. Where did you send that student?"
Home?
We don't like Meppy, so we don't really care about that. Honestly, we're kind of thankful for it. So yeah, thanks for that. Here's a cake. Here's 200 gold. That's about the insurance costs that student requires. So now that they're gone, we don't have to really worry about that. It's just the 3 in the front. You know, you're one of our most like respected teachers. You know, you obviously come from Perodia, so you teach us a lot, and you let even us know things about how magic works and stuff like that. Obviously, magic is an ever-growing area, so yeah, we appreciate your hard work. And thank you today for dealing with that elemental. It wasn't really up to you, but we know how you feel about your students' mistakes. You kind of put it on yourself, so.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. What type of cake is it?
Oh, it's just red velvet mixed with honey. Just a bit of honey cake. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, bosses. That's great news.
Yeah, we do have to tell you though, if this happens again without permission, obviously, that's when we'd have to kind of talk to you about it, and this is a bit of a warning as well. It's not just all niceties.
Oh, yeah. I will be resigning soon. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. As long as you give your 2 weeks and stuff like that, and we can find someone to replace you, that's a-okay.
Good luck with that. We can just have this in my 2 weeks, actually.
Yeah, of course, of course. And we could always send up like a sending relay or anything like that as well if you wanted to, do online classes or anything like that, or
Good.
some Echo 360 recordings.
No, I think I've had enough teaching for the rest of my existence.
Yeah. We'd say the same, but there's no one else to teach, the three head of the colleges, so.
You honestly should be pickier with who you're letting into your colleges.
Yeah, I mean, we get maybe one refugee every 2,000 years who actually shows potential, so. Even if that potential is just picking up a leaf, like, we have to kind of take him in.
I'll be honest. The refugees usually aren't the problem. You'll have issues keeping spells from not going too far. So,
We will keep that under consideration, and thank you for your 2 weeks' notice. Roll an insight check.
This ain't gonna go well.
Casual performance review.
That would be 5.
5. They take that constructive criticism very well. You you see, what's their name? Oh no. You see the wood elf, Felisra, who's the leader of where Clarabelle is. She reaches for the cake to take it back, but then the Terrell puts a hand out and slaps it away.
Oh, last thing to note. When I leave, all of the wards and stuff will no longer exist, so you might need to
Oh, that's fine. We have much more, actually, better mages at that.
Yeah, sure you do.
We're not too worried because we obviously have all the wards on the outside as well, so your inner wards don't really affect it too much. The wards on the outside stop any pedwar activity or anything like that, so, the mushroom circle and the rock circle, and
Yeah, yep.
Ithriel also has all his stuff over the top, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Cool.
happy to test it if you want to test it.
Not my job.
Yeah, not your job. Same as it was, setting up wards without real permission, but that's okay.
Yeah, well.
You notice her spring start to turn to summer. She's getting a little mad.
Now she just kind of sits there with her usual look on her face of why are you still talking to me?
They leave the room.
Only they knew the amount of wards I put up in this fucking place. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We might hop to Janice real quick, because I forgot to say something to Janice. And I need to remember what that sea elf's name was. Have you got that sea elf's name anywhere?
Elts. Inbound. 2 seconds.
Afwis.
Alright. Oh,
You would know that Afwis is also on this council. She's the voice from everywhere, and she's the council under the Undercurrent. So she's also here as someone on the council and as a scribe. So she kind of takes up 2 roles here. you kind of notice with your days that Madark isn't hanging around, nor is Athwis. You have had a lot of time to kind of stay with your partner though, and have a bit of a relax. What are you getting up with your day after your conversation with the boys?
Janus, after that conversation with the boys, he would be going about his general. He would be a little bit PO'd because his morning, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it with his parents, who he hadn't seen in so long, and they always make such a lovely coffee and just general breakfast for him. He's been trying to hang out there for the last couple of days, but it just left a sour taste in his mouth. So he'd be making his way back to the accommodations of the other scribes. He's let his partner stay at his place here in Pahn, but he makes a point of heading back through there, picking up a little bit of something for them as he goes through. Just a bit of that. Make his way back there, and he'd probably hang out for a little bit, shooting the breeze, talking about the upcoming meeting.
You notice that Madark has not yet arrived, and Athwis has got her own house in the inner tree, but she is there waiting for you, and they're all kind of having that conversation with you, yeah. Except for Madark. Madark hasn't arrived yet.
Beautiful. Above table, you ready for Athwis to have a chat?
Haven't picked a voice for them, but sure. They can sound nasally and sick.
That's good. Water breather. Anyway.
Did you say that in character?
I say that in character. Because, they don't like each other.
Remember your place here, Janice. I'm on the council. Yeah. If you wish to call me that.
No,
we waited 2,000 years. We can wait another 2,000 to find another envoy.
No, I deeply apologize. Sorry, I've had a bit of a morning. I'm a little bit annoyed. I do apologize, Athwis. I do apologize.
If I heard that your past party has arrived here. If that's the problem, we can go and kill them right now.
It's true that I've heard whispers that they are here. Don't know exactly where they are, but I did run into them yesterday in the main bazaar. I sent them for a wild goose chase, but it worked out. It just left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, knowing that they have somehow made their way here. Granted that they haven't really been checking in on other things. That's okay.
Yeah. Janice, you would know as well that Hunter's probably got someone to send you a sending of Krakner has passed. It's going to take him another 2-ish days to kind of come back to life. Hunter's kind of pissed, so this is like another thing on your plate where it's like work is starting to really get you pissed off. Like everything's kind of coming down at once, and then the party being here at the same time is not making it any easier.
Well, I think it's what do I owe the pleasure? Let's take that all back. I do apologize, Marcos. What do I owe the pleasure for you being here this morning?
We just came to hang out, have a bit of a chat. Letting you know as well that obviously we had to delay the ceremony until Madark's here. So it's going to take us a while, but won't be long.
Well, would you like to come in for a bit of a cuppa and a chinwag? I've got a few different
Sure.
spices. And I'll just invite them inside.
Yeah. Athwis is kind of their usual self. They're, a bit, awkward. They're a little bit fluid. They don't really like to sit down or stay in one place for too long, just like the river current. Even though they're walking around with a cup of tea, they're talking to you while doing that. Kind of like how when you talk to someone on the phone, they just walk around, right? Just doing that kind of stuff at the moment. And even though they are having this conversation with you, they're definitely not paying attention during it.
Oh, 100%. Let's say, Athos, I know that you're on the council and everything for here. Has much at the council here, are they causing any difficulties or anything like that so far? Like, I mean, it's been delayed. I know Madoc's still coming, but is everything going smoothly on your end? As in the sense of that you're a member on this council.
Yeah, seems to be fine for now. A bit busy with a few new elves arriving. We found out who the drow is with their seat, but they don't seem to want to take it, so we kind of have to figure that out. Whether that just remains an empty chair, just like the astral chair, we'll have to see. It's a bit of a shame, but you know, can't force anyone into a position they don't want to be in.
100% agree with you there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
Oh. Well, especially for your people peoples around here. That seat has been definitely vacant way too long.
I mean, we've thrived, similar to Alps Court. You know, we've had the ability to just build up where we want to build. We can do whatever we want. Lobad isn't coming down in his summer of rot to destroy everything we've created. Allah isn't spreading her webs everywhere in the season of autumn. I would also love it if, you know, Riatha's season came around for winter. I do love stagnation. Stagnation works for me. It works for most of us in Riatha's Court because it means that we can, you know, look after our people better. We can control everything a little bit better. Similar to Allah, but, you know, we don't control because any of that. We like to care. We care for our citizens.
Indeed.
But yeah.
Indeed you do. Indeed you do.
Yeah, we like to make sure we have all our eggs in one basket. The only thing that I know about is someone who's escaped. Unfortunately, we can't really get them at the moment. They're in an area where we can't grab them. So we're just going to have to wait till they kind of leave that area.
Oh.
I'm sure you know him quite well.
You don't mean...
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to help with that as well, if you have any ill will, we're more than happy to have you.
I mean, I can definitely assist in that regard if you'd take a little old change in like myself.
Good. We'll keep it in mind. She then starts to deflect to more kind of loose conversation. It's more nothing, you know, important. I think she kind of... I'm going to switch between he and she, by the way. Fair warning, guys. Fluid. Not staying in one place. They are kind of just sticking away from anything important because I think they realize they've revealed a little too much.
Well, Alphonse, before you get to... did you hear about what happened in the bazaar the other evening? I mean, that someone
bazaar?
put psychedelic drugs, the beer garden.
Ithril told me about that. Yeah, that's one of the new elves, a half elf. So you know they're not going to be completely pure like the rest of us, and they're not going to understand everything as well as us. But we'll teach them. We'll let them figure it out. Ithril's already made sure his marks on them, so there shouldn't be any further issues in that regard.
Well, I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be too bad to make sure that they're all in line, so to speak.
Yeah.
While they're here.
Of course, and you know what? That's another one of your old party members, isn't it?
I do believe so.
You seem to bring a lot of trouble with you, Janice.
I mean, when you get stuck somewhere else for the equivalent of 2,000 years here, you tend to get some baggage on you. I mean, to be honest though, I've tried to stick my nose clear of them for a majority of the time, but you're right, they seem to be a bit of a bad smell following me around. Had to get onto that sooner rather than later.
Yes. You know, I guess I'll have to go now. It's starting to become late afternoon, so I hope the rest of your day goes well.
Thank you. Oh, as you know, as you're the ear to the ground, do you know when Madark is coming? She seems
Not
a
too
little
sure,
bit later than
unfortunately.
usual.
Well, I guess with Lobad waking up at the moment, it just seems that, they're a bit too busy trying to close all these, mini fissures that are opening up. They're trying to make sure that no one can access the fungal fissure at the moment. I guess with stagnation, it's also worked with Lobad's group because, they can keep him a bit more contained. But I guess with his new puppet and its availability to move around, it's not as easy anymore.
How is that body going?
It's going well as far as I'm aware. I try not to get close because obviously, too close and you'll be eaten, but
Hmm. I haven't had the pleasure yet. Madark has mentioned it a few times, but I think it was meant to be sometime soon. I haven't had the pleasure.
yes. Well, we only have three more council meetings before the, is it two? I always forget. We have a few more council meetings before the meeting at Rolla, and that's when probably the next time you'll see the Avatar. But yeah.
Yeah, it should be fun. Anyway, I have taken up way too much of your time. I do apologize. I'm sure the
Of
wind will
course.
be getting very angry with me. I do. I've brought her a few things, but she appears to be having a bit of a lay-in today, so I thank you for entertaining conversation in the afternoon chinwags. It is
course.
appreciated, of course. And I do, again, I apologize for starting off on a bad foot this morning.
It's okay. Just remember it for next time as he walks out the door.
I just wave them off. And then, I'd go up and wake up to him and just share a little bit of the gossip that I've heard about town with her. And then,
Too easy.
afternoon done.
Does Umbra want to do anything at the moment?
Oh. Yeah, why not?
You?
I'm down. We talk. Umbra. Yeah. Umbra would be sitting at a tea table, an old rustic one, and a bit of a light. Just watching a few things go by. He would be watching the few aspects of himself he hasn't been able to be in contact with for a while. And just having a look down at Cleome, a little beastie just circling around this table. And just watching a few of the plants he's had grow in his little cave, in his little cabin, grow as he's just sits there at a table, sipping. Let's go I think it'll be chamomile and ginger tea today. Granted, all of this is in the spectral-like form, but he'll just be there chilling, watching. Is the throne still there?
Is the what, sorry?
Would the body still be sitting on the throne?
Well, you're in a
Would be out.
you're in your cave. You're nowhere near
Rude.
that, so
Yeah. I'd just be
yeah, you're just having a bit of a chill, bit of tea.
bit of tea as my little cat decides to do a bit of a wander around the table and sit. what else? Oh,
As you're
coffee.
sitting there, what's my friend's name? Blue Fang comes in.
Thanks.
Blue Fang drags itself across the floor as its small body is starting to contort and grow bigger. It's now using your cave as a bit of a safety hole, I guess. It's traveled about 2-3 weeks to get here. but it's finally arrived as it's becoming larger and larger. Cleo hides behind you, knowing that Bluefang won't come too close to you.
I'll put the tea down and just stand in my place. And what happened to you?
Father! Father, help!
It's okay, boy. What happened? Tell me, what happened?
They hurt me.
Who?
Those you call friend hurt me.
They're here?
I'm gonna kill them. I'll kill them all.
You're lucky to get away with that last one, boy. How far away are they? Where did you find them?
They're on the way from Padar. I hunger.
On the way. They wouldn't be too far away from there then. Good. Oh, I bet you would be, big boy. Okay. Why don't you go hunt around the fisher? Exul, Kalu, he'll give you entrance. Why don't you go
As
for a
it
bit of a hunt around the fisher?
pulls itself away. As we finish that bit off, we might go to Clarabelle.
Yeah.
Your dreams recently have been getting a little bit strange. Even though you have full control of your dreams, it's starting to become more prophetic, which for you is easy because you're a master wizard, right? So like that doesn't really surprise you. But the fact that after the fight with Kraknar, the flower started to become red, and there was all the whole blood coming through and all that stuff, as you rest, you start to feel that similar presence of something else coming through. This time, though, as you're walking through the flower fields and you're having the butterflies and the birds sing, and it's just a beautiful experience, you notice a flower in front of you which is very peculiar. It seems to be made out of metal.
Okay.
Like to interact with it?
I'm gonna get on my hands and knees and kind of crawl up to it and just kind of like inspect it from all angles.
You notice upon closer inspection that the metal coming off of it is now spreading to the flower next to it. And then 2 becomes 4, and 4 becomes 8. Slowly but surely, whatever the strange metal thing is growing.
I'm gonna try and pick the original flower.
As you pick the original flower, your dream rumbles. Roll a perception check for me.
Perception. I'm somewhat good at that, okay. 22.
22. Looking out across the glade, the rumbling isn't like an earthquake. It seems more like a belly rumbling. And you can kind of feel where it's coming from. You're very linked to these flowers. These flowers are various dreams you've had in the past that you're saving here for later. Right? And as they're changing, and you look across the glade into the forest, you notice a weird stag. It seems to have the body of a stag, and it goes into partially a centaur with big arms. Yeah, sorry guys, once again, medication. A nice long body, but its head isn't that of a centaur, it's that of a stag. It looks at you peacefully and calmly, but you notice that there is something stuck into its side which seems to be changing it as well, with metal coming out from that weird thing that's stuck in it. It doesn't seem scared, it doesn't seem worried. You just notice that it itself is also getting covered in this metal.
Can I see what's stuck in its side?
Roll perception again, this time at disadvantage.
13.
13. You can't see it exactly, but you do notice that it looks like metal. There's
Okay.
definitely something metal being stuck in it. And once again, your dreamscape rumbles.
Alright. I try and create more flowers to combat the spread of the metal ones.
The flowers that you're creating are full of love, laughter, happiness from your past, and all that stuff, and it seems to be holding back the silver for now. It hasn't removed any of the silver flowers that are left over, it's just holding it back. The creature in the woods starts to walk away.
I try and follow.
You follow for about a minute, and then you start to realize that your hand isn't moving. Looking down at your hand, it is covered in that silvery metal from about your hand to halfway up your forearm. Upon seeing that, you wake up out of shock. Your hand is
Okay.
completely normal on this side. You're surrounded by other students having naps and prophetic dreams, and you seem to be fine.
She'll write down what she dreamt about and then go back to bed.
Too easy. What I'd like to do now is we can either end the session there, or we can have a little bit of a break and a little bit of a chat about things that can go on from here. What would the group like to do?
I did send you a message. I'd like to do that beforehand. I just spaced on it before because of the Umbra stuff.
That's okay.
I'm happy to break and keep going after.
I'm fine either way.
Yep.
How much longer do you reckon we'll go for after the break?
Probably about another hour to 2 hours. We did start around about 4:40 today, similar to last week. So we've only really been playing for about 2-ish hours. 2 hours.
2.5.
20 minutes. 2.5 now.
Yeah, okay.
Sassy,
Just
how
for
you feeling?
me, I'm gonna say no, because I'm quite sick and speaking hurts.
Yeah, it's just, headaches starting to get worse, that's all.
So I reckon we call that there then.
We can call that there. Yeah, 100%.
Is it?
It's being sick. Am I right, lads?
Woo.
Is it alright if I say my last thing before we go?
We'll use that for the start of the next session, because we'll probably still be in downtime next session as well.
No worries at all.
Sad.
Big sad. Or we can do half downtime, half the other thing which I've discussed with Easty.
Sorry,
The bloat and stuff.
yeah.
That's if we decide to leave on the third day.
Yep.
Alright, so we'll end it there. Thank you, Reese.
Alrighty, thank you guys so much for playing, and thank you all so much for watching. We'll pick this back up again next week. Hopefully, those of us who are a bit sick are a bit better. And yeah, but until then, may all your rolls be 20s.